So what's good, man?
What's up? How are you?
I'm doing really good. Appreciate y'all bearing through all the difficulties tonight and getting y'all on here. I appreciate it. But you're not alone
Yeah.
because we have one of your very important teammates with us. Our second guest, he comes to us from the land very far away known as Crestwood, Kentucky. The South Oldham dual sport athlete started 48 out of 49 games played. He amassed 10 doubles, 3 triples, 6 home runs, 34 RBIs, and was ranked in the top 10 for stolen bases with 16. It's our guy, JT Benson. JT, welcome.
What's going on?
Nothing much. We got a question already. Are you in a deer stand? If so, that's big league.
I know. I just got back actually, but no, I'm not.
Gotcha. All right, and that's the comment now. All right. Well, look, how's it been going?
Go ahead, Liggett.
I mean, it's pretty good right now. We're just staying busy with like football lifts and a little bit of baseball here and there, but we're just trying to stay busy.
Dope. No, I saw that. While we're waiting for the fans to ask a few questions, I've got some lined up for y'all. I know media day was it yesterday or today? Today. We'll go with Carson first. How was media day, and what is your favorite part of media day?
Today was the less fun media day. Today was like the headshots and the posing and not too much like of the video stuff that all the fans see. But my favorite part today was probably we played like a little game today. We had like a test of what the sunflower seeds were. We didn't know what the flavors were, but we had to guess which flavors they were, and I wasn't very good at it. But yeah, that was my favorite part.
JT, what about you?
Honestly, the best part of media day is that everybody thinks it's a car wash up until the day of media day. So we let all the freshmen and all the new guys think that Friday's car wash where they clean all our cars and stuff, and they show up to the field ready to clean the cars. But all the media day set up. So
that's awesome. And so this wasn't like the media day, because I know every sport has like the behind the scenes where they do the promo photos and videos, media day. Then they do the one where they let everybody come in like me and ask questions and stuff. What's your favorite part of the other media day? I know that's coming up soon.
Yeah, I like there's also always some like interviews and stuff, but I like the like action things with all like the lighting, that all that's pretty cool.
Gotcha, JT.
Yeah, honestly, being with the guys that we get to see the older guys before us do. So we're freshmen, and you get to see the juniors and seniors. When we're freshmen, go do all the fun stuff with Muhammad Ali. Our freshman year, sophomore year, they get to go hang out at the Brown Theater downtown, and then this year and last year we get to be a part of that. So that's a lot of fun, just growing with those guys.
That's awesome. JT, I'm gonna roll with you on this one first. And I want you both to share a little bit, but share with us a little bit about your background in baseball and how you really got started in the sport.
Yeah, my dad, his brothers, they all played baseball growing up, and some played at Kentucky. My dad's older brothers both played baseball and football at Kentucky, so I know it's the other side of the state. But no, I grew a love for it, from a super young age. My sister played softball; she was a great role model for me on how to play the game the right way. So I can't thank her enough for that. But I've had a history of baseball, and I just stuck with it, and luckily, God bless me with this opportunity.
Absolutely. What about you, Carson?
I'd say, like JT said, I started at a really young age. I started playing in Iowa, where I was born, and that was more like rec league. Like if I stayed there, I wouldn't have ended up at Louisville. But once I moved to Kansas City, that's when I started playing like more competitively, and that's how I got the opportunity to come to Louisville.
Cool. We had a viewer question really quick. I know my questions are fire, but there's ours too. What is the best atmosphere you guys have played in on the road?
Texas A&M.
Pretty easy. It's Texas A&M.
Yeah, 100%.
That game looked like it was a rowdy atmosphere. Obviously, none of us enjoyed the result of that game, but that game it seemed like everybody went crazy just as crazy for it as most people do for football and basketball. When you get environments like that, that makes it really special.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'd even argue that Houston, if it was considered on the road, playing in the Astro Stadium was one of the coolest things ever.
Carson, your favorite ballpark food?
I got to go with the hot dog.
Oh, a normal hot dog, Carson?
Yeah, normal hot dog.
Uh,
Come on, with
well,
ketchup. With ketchup.
oh, there you go. You know, I went up to the White Sox game. We got to have that Chicago dog. That's what I'm going to go with.
Those.
There you go. Classic or corn dog? Just to let y'all know, from here, when y'all look to the side, it looks like y'all are looking at each other, and it's pretty. I'm like, come on, Carson, he's waiting for you to answer. And I'm like, wait a minute, they're not in the same room, Jeremy. What drew you all to play baseball here at the University of Louisville? Can you tell us kind of a little bit about your experiences as student athletes and the whole recruiting process overall?
All right.
Come
For
on,
me,
Carson.
Yeah, let's go.
for me, I didn't know quite like where I wanted to go out of high school. So like my freshman sophomore year of high school, I started playing in like travel ball tournaments in Atlanta, and Louisville talked to me once I went to Atlanta, and I thought they were like the most professional coaching staff that talked to me, and they were in the World Series that year. That was 2019, so I knew that they were really good at baseball. So that's honestly the biggest reason why I wanted to come to Louisville.
Nice.
I kind of had a similar situation. I talked to them in Atlanta, but that was probably my going into sophomore year. I've always wanted to play baseball here. If I was going to play baseball in college and didn't stick with football, just being 20 minutes away and having Coach Mack as a head coach, it's really cool to grow up and see what he's done with this program. Even though I did grow up a Kentucky fan, I always had respect and loved Louisville baseball. So.
I think we can. I think you have given us reasons to forgive you for that. It is what it is. So as you all both mentioned, Louisville baseball has a rich history and a strong program. Just to give y'all a little bit, and this makes me feel so old when I talk about this, but when I was on campus at U of L back in 2005, it was Coach Mack's first year, or that was my sophomore year. So my freshman year, we didn't even really have. They played baseball like in a field here. It wasn't even like anything. So I've kind of got to watch the program start from the very beginning. Uh, Coaches, and we had other coaches in the past, but Coach Mack has really latched on not only to the community but college baseball as a whole, and it's just like he knows what he's doing, and he's I would never want anybody else here other than him. What have been some of your most memorable moments or games during your time at U of L? JT, we'll go with you first.
Most memorable game. I loved playing in the Astro Stadium last year. I wouldn't say it's like the biggest thing that's ever happened to me, but just the atmosphere of playing. I couldn't imagine having a World Series there, or something like that. But I guess that last game with everybody, Florida State at home on that Saturday game was pretty big game, because the last time playing with some guys I grew up with, some guys I've been through some serious stuff with since they've been here. So that game sticks to me for sure.
Liggett, as he called you.
All right. I would say the last game of the regional, my freshman year, when Cam Masterman hit the home run.
That was awesome.
Because I was a little freshman, so that was my first taste of like postseason baseball.
Now you're just a little junior.
Yeah.
A little bit. Carson, give us your best Coach Raj story, and JT, your best Coach Mack story. Carson, we'll go with you first.
All right, mine. I saw this question. I was trying to think of it, but mine would be, there was this quiet kid on our team, and he accidentally called Coach Williams Raj, and we're not allowed to call Coach Williams Raj. He accidentally said it, and Coach Williams laid into him. He let him hear it.
Coach Mack story. Oh gosh, there's been so many. I haven't seen Coach Mack get thrown out of a game before, which is unfortunate, but probably he's been pretty close. Vanderbilt game. I don't really know. I can't give you one specific Coach Mack story, but I like when he gets fired up for sure.
He gets fired.
It's kind of funny to watch him get fired up, because and I know y'all have different relationships with him and different experiences, but us as the viewer, as the fans, we don't see him get riled up too often. But when he does, it's funny, but it's like, well, something had to happen for him to be that mad during the game.
Yeah. I actually think that a good story is I was probably 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Pretty tough start to the game. And Coach Mack, right before I went up there, and was like, you know what, and like always look for the base hit bunt, right? And I go up to bat, and he's telling the whole dugout, he's like, you know, this is a good spot for a bunt, next pitch, homer. And he turned around, looked at Logan, he's like, could have bunted. Yeah. He's the best.
Let's see. Let's get some more viewer questions. Who makes them better, the Sox or the Cubs? Let's get that controversy started.
That's you, JT, because I've never had one.
Well, I've never had one from the Cubs, just the White Sox.
Yeah,
so the White Sox.
maybe they're asking which team's the better. I don't know.
Which team?
Personal opinions. Does the wall? I guess he's referring to the big the tarped off area in center field. Does it make a difference?
Yes, big difference. The batter's eye, 100%. We need it back there. Some of these lefties would be thrown out of the Traeger white wall, and you would never be able to see it.
There you go. Because a lot of fans. So, as in all sports, you have your fans that come to the sport a little bit late, and their bandwagon's not always shouldn't always have a negative connotation. They're new to the sport, and they're like, well, why is that? We don't know. Well, that's why, because it's helpful, and it does serve a purpose. Let's see. Most heartbreaking loss or at bat you've had so far. What have you learned from it? The dude is just trying to get us all riled up, man. Come on, dude. Ask us some questions that aren't heartbreaking or trying to get some stuff started. But no, most heartbreaking loss or at bat y'all have had so far.
Okay, I'll go. I would say last year. Actually, no, not last year. I would say Texas A&M losing there because, I mean, we were so close to going to the World Series, and that's everyone's dream is to go to the College World Series. So I would say once we were done that year, that was pretty tough.
Yeah, 100%. Probably Vanderbilt in the midweek game, where it was a 12, 13 inning game. Runners on first and second, got a fastball and just didn't get to do what I wanted to do with it. It's pretty, not just the bat, just the loss in general was a tough one to swallow.
Wes wants to know, what is your favorite or best major league city? I guess is what he's wanting to know.
Well, I'm from Kansas City, but I don't think that's the best. I was in Atlanta one time, and I got to go to a Atlanta game, and all that area down there is new, and I think that was a really cool venue.
I'm an Eagles fan and a Flyers fan. You got to go with Philadelphia. You can't beat the Phillies. Well, the Phillies haven't, they've done what they needed to do, but Fly Eagles.
Man, they did something this postseason, that's for sure.
I know.
It was tough. I think my favorite one, I know y'all didn't ask me, but it is what it is. I love Fenway Park. Fenway Park is really, it's unique. It's got that short line out to the right side, and then you got the green monster, so I like that one. And then Wrigley is pretty cool as well.
Yeah.
The battery is sick as a visitor. Cool. All right, my last question for you all, and I'll let the viewers wrap up with their questions. And I'm not trying to get y'all in trouble, but I want each of y'all to give me y'all's best Coach Mack impersonation, like a saying he says all the time.
It's always when we mess something up or we don't do something well, and this is when he's like really mad, but he doesn't want to yell at us. He's always like, "We gotta learn and grow. We gotta learn and grow."
You can do better than that. Come on, let me hear it.
Good Coach Mack impression.
I don't know.
He has good ones though.
He has so many good ones. The Lion and the Greyhound's a good one too. That's all right. You're gonna be a great All Black. I'm talking about the New Zealand All Blacks.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, you guys, I really appreciate y'all joining us tonight, and I do want the viewers to ask a couple more questions. I'm gonna go ahead and do my wrap up. Let everybody know where y'all are at on social media.
My Instagram's Carson Liggett _. My Instagram my Twitter is just Carson Liggett.
My Instagram and Twitter are both JT Benson with 2 N's at the end of it.
Keep it simple. That's the way I do it too. We want to thank everybody for taking part in the Louisville live stream on the Rave Sports app. Brought to you by the Louisville Collective, the 502 Circle. make sure you all tune in tonight on YouTube or Facebook, anywhere you can find it at 7 p.m. for this week's episode of my show, the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast. We will have Cardinal Forever Jamon Brown in the building for the show tonight. We appreciate y'all for giving us your time, and we're sorry that we had such a late start. It really was out of our control. Wes wants to know, what is the most grueling part of practices? JT, I'll let you start this one off.
You know, for the outfielders, it's not too bad, but I'd say my freshman year, I was scared of fly ball comm because you got to get 27 outs, right? And the ball gets hit in the air. If you drop it, you got to lap. So, you know, you're shaking in your boots as a freshman. Still not the greatest, a lot of pressure, but that's probably the only bad part for outfielders.
Carson?
Yeah, practices aren't too grueling for pitchers, but we do like PFPs and stuff. And if you make an error or you mess up, you got to run a lap.